That makes the CTX1300, according to Honda, a bagger in addition to being a commuter, weekend tourer, daily leisure cruiser, and even a small amount of a sport tourer. Its 90-degree, 1261 cc V4 is said to produce the type of power required to do such chores with aplomb. Bold statement, to be sure, but the big CTX lives up to it. With the hands falling at a natural angle, arms agreeably extended, knees bent at right angles, and seat lowered sufficiently 28.9 inches unladen to keep your feet flat on the ground, the ergonomics are superb. There is insufficient forward and backward movement available due to the concave saddle, but it's wide and well contoured enough to offer reasonable support anyway. A thin windshield above the half fairing means the rider can feel wind whipping over their neck, but there is little turbulence in the air. As soon as you swing your leg over the bike, you'll think the CTX is far lighter than its claimed 732-pound wet weight. Thanks in part to the low seat and in part to Honda placing the majority of the volume of the 5.1-gallon gas tank behind the seat, but mostly because of the V4 forward-backward crankshaft arrangement. Because of this, the heavy engine may sit low enough to have a low center of gravity thanks to a small crankcase. The wheelbase is long at 64.7 inches and the steering geometry SLOW 28.1 degrees of rake, 4.6 inches of trail, but the 1300 turns in with enthusiasm thanks to the leverage its wide, swept-back handlebars provide. All this combines to make a big bike that is both easy and unthreatening to ride, an admirable trait further enhanced by the motor's exceptional power delivery. Based on Honda's now defunct ST1300 Sport Tourer, the DOHC V4 has been considerably massaged to provide extra low and mid-range power along with a deeper, more assertive exhaust note. The engine pounds out a fat, steady torque curve from just above idle to its 8,000 RPM rev limiter and 6,900 RPM redline. It'll pull the CTX steadily from as low as 1,800 revolutions per minute without a downshift, and it revs it solidly on up to all but the highest road speeds. It's a bit senseless to shift the 5-speed gearbox a lot because the torque display is so spectacular. Dual counterweights smooth the operation at all RPMs. A versatile CTX1300 is provided with a steel tube shaft drive chassis specially designed for the CTX1300. The wheel travel is 4.1 inches with the 45mm inverted fork and 4.3 inches with the dual shocks. Suspension adjustment consists of only rear preload, a low-tech solution at the expense of ride comfort. It's comfortable over reasonably flat ground, but over small potholes or rough ground, there can be a nasty kick through both the handlebars and saddle. And some rebound damping would be nice out back. Surprisingly, handling appears unharmed by the suspension's shortcomings. But despite its size and weight and 17-inch, 200-section rear tire, matched with a 130/70-18 front, the CTX corners surprisingly lightly and is very stable, inspiring confidence. Triple disc brakes backed up by Honda's slick combined braking system deliver the kind of assured, consistent whoa needed for light off-roading. Compared to other cruisers and baggers, the 1300 has more cornering clearance, but it'll still grind into rough terrain more quickly than any bike labeled as sport. But that doesn't detract from the overall fun factor of the $15,999 CTX1300. Whether you are doing the start and stop routine of your daily commute, side switching on a winding road, or riding down the interstate with a fully loaded 35-liter fixed saddlebag, this is an incredibly easy, comfortable, and fun bike to ride. For another $1,500 scraped out of the dusty corners of your bank account, the deluxe model adds anti-lock braking, traction control, self-canceling turn signals and a Bluetooth-enabled audio system, but no radio. That will play music from most smartphones and flash drives using the provided USB connection. Actually, Honda wanted to grow the market more than completely transform it with this unique vehicle, the CTX1300. A similar approach can be found on many of the other motorcycles in Honda's range, From the little 125cc Grom to the Goldwing-based F6B bagger and the three-model CTX700 series. As Honda sees it, you can't expect to draw in new riders with the same old motorcycle.